Hello, this is Tom with Trigon Turf. Wanted to take a moment to talk a little bit about El Nino. We've got some questions that have come in from guys, and a lot of people have seen on the Weather Channel, different websites that they track about the El Nino effect. Uh, in simple terms, El Nino is an effect that's created in the Pacific Ocean where the water temperatures rise around the equator more than a half a degree Celsius. And if that temperature rise is for an extended period of 6 months or longer, then it's classified as an El Nino. And so if we look back historically in the last century, there's been four El Ninos which had super strong, or referred to as super El Nino effects. And I wanted to talk about that for just a moment. The graph here you see on the left is the graph of the Pacific Ocean. There's the equator, and you can see the outline of North America here. So in 1997, that was the last super El Nino or strong El Nino on record. And in this event, the water temperatures of the Pacific Ocean were 1.5 degrees Celsius above normal. So nearly 3 times the definition of El Nino. And the result of that here in Florida, at least, was significant. Example, in Miami, our average December rainfall is 2 inches. And in 1997, for December, we set an all-time record with 7.66 inches of rain. So that's the last super El Nino on record, 97, 98. And I bring to your attention the graph on the right, which is now from October of this year. And you can again see the thermal imaging and the intensity of the thermal imaging in the Pacific Ocean. And right now, water temperatures around the equator are in excess of 2 degrees Celsius. So because of that, this year is certainly going to be a significant El Nino effect. And climatologists have basically said this El Nino is too big to fail. And if you look at the graphs on the NOAA website, for example, the predictions are for increased rain and decreased temperatures, particularly for the southeastern U.S., Florida in particular. So we're going to have a cold, wet winter in Florida. That's going to happen. So as turf managers, what do we need to do about it? Well, we simply need to keep oxygen in the root zone. Wet, soggy soils are going to deprive the roots of oxygen. So first we can obviously use mechanical means to do that. And solid tining is going to be our best friend. Keeping the channels open so that water will perk and gases will, of course, rise out of the soil profile. So any type of soil oxidizers as well that can be incorporated into the soil to put oxygen into the root zone. It's going to be key. Secondly would be the use of wetting agents. We want to assist percolation the best we can. So any type of penetrants that you're comfortable working with, you probably need to be on the ready to implement those when needed. They can be used across your entire turf program, or they can be used intermittently and spot treated depending on the severity. And then lastly, some very light top dressing. Incorporating very light top dressing into your program can help when there's algae that's present. A lot of compacted areas may see formation of algae on the surface. So we want to be able to break that algae up, and incorporating very light top dressing into that program will assist in keeping the algae at bay. And additionally, once that's diluted with some sand, we can also focus on those small isolated areas to push growth and get the canopy tight and dense so the algae is choked out. So solid tining, wetting agents, very light top dressing, going to be in our plans for this winter because we're expecting a lot more rain and colder temperatures than normal. Thanks a lot.